Okay, so we're going to get started. I know you've listened to a lot. About an hour you've been sitting here. And if anything like me, you're probably thinking, okay, what's for lunch? I know that's what I'm thinking about. So I know that's what you've got to be thinking about. So we're going to hit it. We're going to hit it in 10 minutes. Strap up, brace yourself. Okay, we're going to learn something new. We're going to get a little bit better today. And it's going to be good. My topic today is bridging generational gaps. Okay, my name's Matt, just so you know. And you need to know 3 things about me. Okay, I love life, I love people, and I love basketball. And because of those 3 things, I have this topic, bridging generational gaps. Because in basketball, I'm always going to be working with student athletes. So no matter how old I get, because I'm going to get older, believe it or not, I wish I was Peter Pan, could fly away to Neverland, do all good, I could stay like this, and everything would be wonderful, but it's not going to happen that way. We all know it. So as I get older, I'm always going to be giving back to 18 to 22-year-olds the rest of my life. Which means attitudes are going to change, trends are going to change, fashion, lingo, verbiage, social media, whatever. It's all going to change. And as leaders, we need to know how to reach generations younger than us and older than us. We all have bosses. We all got people who are older than us that may operate differently than we do. And that's fine. That's great. That's what makes us a great team. But we got to know how to reach those people. And the best leaders are the ones that can reach across the generational gaps. Okay? So I got 3 key questions to get started. All right? So I'm going to get you involved. Somebody give me the last song you listened to on a playlist, an iPhone, a music, something.
Good
anything.
Morning.
Huh?
Good morning.
Good morning. Okay? Something else.
Feel good.
Feel good. Great. Something else.
Happy.
Happy. Good choice. All of us will be dancing to that by the next. Anybody else? Okay, mine was The Thunder Rolls by Garth Brooks. Go ahead and get your laughs and jokes out, okay? I was hoping to bring boom today, so it was a little motivation for me, alright? What wakes you up in the morning? Anybody? Your alarm. I figured that was coming from my mother, my sarcastic mother. Giving me the alarm clock. I got it. Alright, somebody else.
Starbucks.
Starbucks, great answer. Anybody else? Your cat? Interesting. Another person? Okay.
No.
Mom, Dad. I'm excluding them from the rest of this presentation. Anything those 2 say. Okay. For me, it's Coca-Cola, and that's why there's a giant Coke logo. I am truly addicted to Coca-Cola. It drives my father crazy, but it's what I need. I wouldn't be this wiry. I wouldn't be this excited about not popping the tablet on this morning. It's just the way it goes. All right? Now, what's your most valued possession? A little something more serious, maybe something. Somebody give me a valued possession.
My children.
Wait, you said ignore this table of answers.
Not anymore. Anybody else? I know in class we're all pet lovers, so most of my classmates are going to say they're pets. Anybody else? Got anything they value? Parents?
Sure,
Parents? Okay. For me, it's a Bible that my father actually gave me a few years ago. It's got years and years of his notes and ideas and wisdom in it. So I can get the good word and I can get good words from him at the same time. It's a very special thing that now I've added notes to that I'm going to keep passing up through our family, and hopefully it has a long deal. Now, these are three key questions, right? And none of you have a whole lot of information, and none of you are really ready to bridge generational gaps right now, right? Based on these 3 questions. You didn't gain any information other than my parents like to give sarcastic answers, and I'm all over the place. Okay? But that's the information you have right now. In my class, we love our pets. Okay? So, the reason why I asked you these questions is because these are just examples of key questions that you can ask the people in your daily life that connect with them, that you can make a relationship with, that I can ask my players. No matter how old I get, I can ask them these questions and I know automatically how I can relate to that young man. For the rest of the time that I do it. And it's with anyone. You can ask someone older than you. You can ask someone younger than you. You may ask someone older than you, hey, what's the most recent song on your playlist? And they may look at you like you have 7 heads. And you'll know, okay, they don't know what I'm talking about. Great. Now you know how to connect with them. So it's just an example here. So going into what would be maybe a session here. My clickers decided to die, so that's okay. Okay, so one of the sessions we would do would be bridging the gap. We would actually be talking about how to do that. Okay, one of the ideas would be learning new trends. A key component of a good leader is one that's always learning, always picking up something new, something innovative, something creative, something to add to your repertoire to maybe make you a little bit better, a little more interesting. Maybe that's better for your team. It may not be something you agree with. It may not be what you've done before that makes you so successful, but it's what's best for your team. Oftentimes in coaching, I hear coaches all the time, well, that's not the way we did it before. That's not how I won games before. And you know what? I love a coach who's confident in their style. I love a coach who's confident in their system and believes that what they know and what they have done will work. But at times you may have to change your means to do that to get people to believe in what you're doing. It's almost like playing a trick with your people. Okay? You get them to believe in what you're doing by doing the same thing, but maybe in a different route. Okay, so that's one way to do it. Because each generation is unique. The millennials, the baby boomers, Generation X, Generation Y, whoever comes up after the millennials, everybody's going to be different. Each generation has its own things. We've got to learn those as leaders. We've got to know those. We've got to be able to make our process relevant based on whoever it is. Whatever generation it is, whatever the people are, we've got to make that relevant and make it real to them so that they connect and they want to be involved. Now you don't have to trick them because you've met them right where they're at. You've gone to them. And that's the key of leadership if you can go to them. So you got an example here of my dome piece in the middle of a huddle with a bunch of kids. This is at summer camp last summer. Okay, and the way we would do it, because like any kid, when you were a kid, when I was a kid, we loved to scream at some point. We just got a whole bunch of energy and we got to get it out. So we would scream, right? And so to end summer camp, we would get all 80 kids, however many kids we had in a huddle, and this guy right here, Cliff Warren, my boss, would get in and we would yell Dolphins or Jacksonville or something related to JU. And they would scream. And we'd make a great relationship with the kids because they loved us and a terrible relationship with the parents because we sent them home on that note. So, but that was a way for us to bridge the gap with the kids, reach them right where they're at. So social media is another thing. Social media runs the world. Whether we like it or not, it is running the world. Last year, when the Boston Marathon bombing took place, it was 30 minutes from the first tweet about the bombing until CNN started its coverage. 30 minutes. Okay? Social media runs the world. It's got your information, it's got knowledge, it's got things you don't want to know, it's got things you don't want to see, but it's got it all. It's all there. People put their thoughts, their intentions, their actions, their locations, they all put it on there. As leaders, we need to know how to use it and how to best use it for our team, to be able to connect with them, to be able to reach them, to be able to get them to see a real side of us. As leaders, we can't just be on social media and never post. Because then it looks like, and what I call one of the pitfalls is that we're just using it to follow people, to find crimes. In coaching, it's very popular for a coach to be on social media and just try to find what his or her players are saying and doing. So that they can say, hey, you can't do that. Hey, you're not supposed to do that. And I'm not saying let your people post whatever they want to post because obviously as an organization, you've got a reputation you want to uphold. You've got something that you want people to know about your organization. You don't want anything negative affecting that. But what you do, like I talked about earlier, tricking them and reaching them where they're at, 2 and 2 together here, you find a way to reach them to get them to understand what they should post without them feeling like you're controlling what they post. It's a big difference. And that's a pitfall of social media for leaders. But social media can be great for leaders because you can post great things that people can grab a hold of and want more of and want more of. And the great thing is, the more you do that and the more connected you are, you'll see a ripple effect in your people. And they'll start posting little nuggets and little connectivity things. And you'll watch your brand grow just because you set the bar high on your social network. And there's thousands of social media networks, so it doesn't matter which one you use, we just got to know how to use it. So going on to networking. Networking is something that is vastly important to me. I love it. I've never met a stranger, as you can tell. I don't mind talking. I don't mind people. So networking to me comes natural, and I love it. And I never would have got this opportunity here at JU if it wasn't for networking. So let me explain. You ready? We're going to go in a circle. It's going to end up right back here at JU. Okay? An assistant coach at the Miami of Ohio. Okay? I met him through a friend who works at Clemson. I met the guy at Clemson through a friend who, at the time, was working with Tennessee State, who's now at Dayton. Okay? Through those 3 people, Miami of Ohio, okay, he connected me to an assistant coach here at Jacksonville at a conference in Las Vegas, Nevada, to help me get a job here at Jacksonville. Wild story, right? But it's the power of networking. Because I knew some people who could help me. Because in coaching, really, and in any business nowadays, but especially coaching and athletics, you got to know someone to be someone. You really got to know someone to get your foot in the door, to get an opportunity, to get a chance for someone to say, hey, I will take a chance on you to bring you on my staff. Right? Because that's just the way it goes. So networking allows you to meet people, to create relationships that are going to carry you throughout life and going to help you get what you need to get. But the important thing about networking is it shouldn't be self-focused. You shouldn't network with people and get to know people so that, hey, I've got this guy in my back pocket. Right? That's not what it's about. It's about serving people. It's about loving people. And it's about really getting to know them and giving to them and watching them grow and watching them learn and watching them be successful, because then it opens up even more doors. But it's about serving them first. And it's a balancing act. Networking is a balancing act. You've got your current relationships. You've got the priority of my players, my followers, my coworkers, my boss, my home life. I got to take care of my home, my family, my wife, my kids, my daughter, whoever. I got to take care of my cat. Whatever it is you got to do, those are all a balancing act that you've got to network with to be able to be successful in. So I got a couple pictures here. The bottom is, again, Coach Warren. He gave me the opportunity, so I got to give him a shout out. And Billy Donovan. Common thing in college basketball is coaches shake hands before and after the game. If you don't know anything about college basketball coaching, it's really just a giant fraternity. Yeah, I want to beat every coach in America, okay? And a part of me is extremely jealous of UConn winning a national championship. But those guys at the end of the day are friends, because we're all going through the same thing. We all understand what each other are going through. And so at the end of the day, that handshake means a lot more than to the eye of just sportsmanship. And then that's just a cool picture of me with going to be a Hall of Fame coach, Jim Boeheim at Syracuse, so I thought I'd put it on there because it's cool. It makes my ego inflate a little bit. 3 C's I want you to take away. Confident, consistent, contagious. You've got to have those as leaders. If you're confident in who you are, you're going to be consistent in what you do, and what you do is going to be contagious. People are going to want it. They're going to want to be involved. So let me show it to you. Okay, got a little visual display here that if you're just you as a leader and you're confident, you know what? Sometimes you may be on an island. People may not know what you're doing. You know what you're doing, and it makes sense to you, but people may not know. You got to believe in you. At the end of the day, you are the best you of anyone on the planet. Nobody else can be you. Okay? When you're consistent, somebody else is going to say, hey, you know what? That actually might work. That guy's consistent. Let me try that. And if you watch, your people will begin to put their own flair on things. Because now they're confident. Because your confidence and your consistency bled over. So you know what? They may try something new, but it's okay because you started it. And you're continuing to do what you believe in and what you know is right as a leader. And when you're confident and consistent, it's just going to become contagious. Whatever it is that you do, whatever you believe in, people are going to buy in. And guess what? Now you're getting people who don't even look like you, who think like you, who operate like you. But you're all on the same path, going for the same goal of whatever your goal is. We all have different goals, we all have different objectives, but those things are going to happen. When you continue to do that, it just becomes more and more contagious to where people got to say, I got to know what's going on. I got to be involved. I got to get into what's going on. I can bring myself to the table and not have to change anything. These people didn't have to change who they were to join the crazy dancing band in the beginning. They just had to run up and start crazy dancing. And now they're all cohesive. Believe it or not, they're a cohesive group. And as a leader, that's what you want. You want to make a cohesive group of individuals, still being individuals, but being cohesive. And if you're confident, consistent, contagious, it knows no generations. It knows no generations. And you'll be successful.